everyone, and welcome to another moving vlog. I do believe this might be my final moving vlog because I'm sort of happy, also sort of sad to say that I have basically finished moving in at this point. There's very little things left to do. It has been quite a few weeks since the last moving vlog that I did, so I thought at the beginning of this video I would just catch you up a little bit on all of the updates that have been made. So at this point I can say that basically all of my furniture has finally arrived. My couch actually came on my birthday and we assembled it, so that was pretty fantastic timing because that was basically the final piece that I was waiting for to kind of complete the living room. So all of my big furniture pieces I already have, they're already put together. I've got all my bookshelves, I've got my bed and all that stuff. So as far as all of the like bigger things, it is all basically done and moved in and or put together. So the only stuff left really to do is I've got some more stuff at the old house that I have to bring over. I have basically one full bookshelf of books to bring over, and then anything else would just be kind of like sentimental sort of things, like stuff from my childhood and random like bits of paper or like memory hard drives and stuff like that. Just like things that you don't have out but they're like in a box in an attic somewhere, except I have never had an attic in my whole life. So those are all of the things that I have left to bring from the old place. So other than that, really all that is left is just like the finishing touches, mostly hanging things on the wall. For some reason that is like the last thing that I have done here. So I just hung a couple of things in my hallway the other day just to make the hallway look a little bit less empty, but I'm actually putting together some puzzles that I'm going to frame and hang in my living room. So I'm currently in the middle of doing a 101 Dalmatian puzzle. I think it's like 1,000 piece or something like that. As soon as that's done, I'm going to frame it. I already bought the frame and I'm going to hang it above my TV because that little space in between the two bookshelves above the TV drives me nuts with it being empty. So I'm trying to get this puzzle finished so I can frame it and hang it up and just make the living room look a little bit more cozy, because I do feel like the lack of stuff on the wall is just like that one thing that keeps it from being like a home. You know how they say like a house is not a home without cats, it's also not a home without pictures on the walls. So that's what I'm trying to do. But then I also have one other 101 Dalmatian puzzle that's a 750 piece. It's Thomas Kincaid that I'm going to put together, frame, and put in my bedroom. And then I also have one that's like a collection of several different Disney films. That one I think is 1,500 pieces. I already bought a frame for it and that is going to go above my couch. So I feel like as soon as those three things are done, and then there's also a couple pictures that I want to hang in my dining room, after that I feel like I'm going to basically consider myself fully moved in. Like even if I don't have all of the things from my home, like for the most part as far as like decorating, everything is here. So yes, hopefully that makes sense. Also in this video, I have a little DIY project that I want to try that involves my bookshelves. I'm not really a crafty person though, so I really don't know how this is going to turn out, but I hope to document it in this video and we will see what happens. I also would quite like to decorate for Halloween. For the most part, I have a lot of my Halloween decorations up, but I always put up Halloween trees. Well, this is the first year I'm going to put up multiples, but I have 2 trees that I want to put up this year and I haven't done that yet. So hopefully we will do that in this video as well. But for now, I should probably show you some of the updates that I have made around my apartment. So let's go do that. Hi guys, so it's actually me from the future here. So on the day that I filmed that intro, I did actually give you a tour of my updated living room, but since that filming of the intro, which was a good like 2 weeks ago, I have made several updates to my apartment as a whole, but especially to my living room. So I was going to film another tour of the living room to put into the same moving vlog, but I thought that's like a little excessive. So I figure I may as well just jump ahead in time and just give you one tour of the apartment and all of the updates that I have made to it. I just wanted to explain that because while I could have just played it off like it was all taking place on the same day, I know that I mentioned in the intro that like I didn't have any artwork on the wall, which now I do, and also that I wanted to decorate for Halloween, and that is also a thing that has happened since then. So I just wanted to give that little disclaimer as I give you the tour. You're going to see like the Halloween decorations and some of the artwork that I have put on the wall. So I just wanted to mention that. But now, without further ado, let me give you an updated tour of my apartment. I'm hoping in this video to show you the living room, the dining room, and also my bedroom, and possibly also the hallway. We will see. I'm also going to make an attempt to film the tours on my iPhone rather than on my camera, because I feel like a lot of the times whenever I've edited these videos, especially when I'm, you know, walking around, I'm moving the camera a lot, I feel like the camera is so shaky because the camera is so big. It's like a Canon camera, and a lot of times I try to hold it with one hand because I like to gesture a lot with my other hand, and I think it makes the camera shake a lot. So I'm going to try and film on my iPhone, which I think visually is going to be a lot better. I don't actually know if the camera will be less shaky because it's possibly just my hand and it doesn't have anything to do with the size of the camera, but the only thing I'm worried about is that the audio won't be very good. So I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but if I do that, do leave me a comment down below and let me know if you prefer when I just film with my Canon camera, if you prefer the quality of the video or the audio or whatever, or if you do prefer when I film on my iPhone, because then I will start doing that instead, because obviously I want to make videos that are actually pleasing for people to watch, and I think if it's too shaky or out of focus, people will probably click off of it. So yeah, now that all of that is out of the way, let's jump into the tour of my living room. So, I'm filming on my iPhone. Is it better, worse? Does it make a difference? I want to know y'all's opinions, but I'm going to flip the camera around and start off by showing you my living room. So, welcome to my updated living room. It is not perfect, it's not fully complete either, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. So, we'll just start off in this corner where we have my Halloween tree. I actually filmed a little montage of me decorating it, so you'll see that later in this video. Underneath, I just have this little Halloween suitcase that I got from TJ Maxx. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet or where I'm gonna put it. This is just kind of a temporary place for it. I also got this side table, which matches the other side table that I bought. I'm pretty sure both of them were from TJ Maxx, and they're the same kind of style. This one is just taller because it has an extra shelf, and I kind of like that it matches but like not perfectly kind of look. You guys know I'm kind of going for that Alice in Wonderland, you know, not everything goes together sort of vibe. So up here, this is what I should probably have like cleaned a little bit before I started doing this. I've got some earrings here, just ignore that. But we've got this lamp, which is from At Home. This stack of books is from Michael's. The little pot is from Marshall's. I'm not going to go where everything is from, so if you have questions about anything specifically, just let me know in the comments and I'll let you know. In this drawer here, I have got my collection of Disney keys as well as some Baby Yoda figures. I didn't really know where to put these things. I want to come up with a better way to display these where, you know, they're on display more often, and I thought I could like hang these somehow, but I haven't really thought of a place yet. So for now, they're in this drawer. And down here is where I have basically like the books that I've read this month and then the ones that I still want to read. And then down here was going to be where like my newly acquired books went. I thought this would make it easy for when I am filming videos, like when I'm ready to film my TBR, all of my books are in one place, or my wrap up, all the books are in one place. And if I want to film a haul, all the books that I just acquired are in one place. I haven't really stuck to that yet. I've just been putting them straight into my bookshelf, but that is like the end goal. So I like that. This is where I read every morning, so just having the books that I'm currently reading or have read or want to read right here is super convenient. Then of course this is the main feature, which is my couch. It came on my birthday. I think I mentioned that in the intro of this video, and it came dented as well as not the same color that it was online. So online it was like a green color, and this is definitely a blue color, but it does match perfectly to my chair, which you can't really see it, but like they're almost identical. And this took ages to arrive. So I just like couldn't be bothered to send it back and wait for one that isn't dented to come, or to find a different one in the right color. I was like, I just can't be bothered. So I'm just sticking with it. And I just have this blanket on here. This is from the Christmas tree shop. I thought it was nice and festive and also matched the couch perfectly. Under this, it actually lifts up and there's all of this storage space under here. So I put like all of my seasonal pillows, like things for Christmas and stuff like that, in that storage space. And it does also turn into a bed, which I think is pretty cool. And I just have these two little pillows on here. Both of them are from At Home. They're kind of messy. They've both broken and my mom had to sew the buttons back onto both of them. So they're just a little janky at the moment, but that's what we're working with. Over here we have the other side table. Again, we have a matching lamp, also from At Home. Like I said before, let me tell you, a black lampshade, very limited light, okay? I don't know if it's a mix of the bulb that I'm using, because I don't like harsh white lighting. So I think it's the fact that the bulb is warm toned and there's a black lamp shade, but there's not a lot of light that comes from these lamps. So then on the table, I've got just this little picture frame of me and Coco, who was my first ever pet, but also my first dog. So she stays right there. This is a little frame that was from Hallmark, and it says, "Chewie, we're home," which is of course a Star Wars quote. I bought this quite a few years ago and I was saving it in storage for when I got my first ever home, because I just thought it would be very fitting. A little cheesy to some people, but it means a lot to me because Star Wars means a lot to me, and having my first place, it just all felt like it went together. And then this is just a little like pencil pen holder. It was from the Disney store. Of course, I love Peter Pan. I think this is just like a classic scene. So it holds my clicker and also my mom's glasses. Moving on from that, we have my chair. You guys mostly saw this probably in my first moving vlog. Since then, I have kept a blanket over it because Chomper really likes to sit on this, and sometimes they do roughhouse a lot on the furniture, and this chair was very expensive, and I like care more about this chair than I do the couch. So that's why the couch is more like, you can tell that they've been like running all over it. I'm actually shocked that they haven't ripped it yet, whereas with this chair, like, they are just very aggressive with it. So I put a blanket over it so that the blanket takes most of the scratching and the biting and all that stuff. So the blanket is also from Hallmark, and I thought this was just a nice color for the autumn. It's a little wrinkled because they've been jumping all over it. Before this, I had a Winnie the Pooh blanket on it, but I thought this was just better for the autumn. Then over here, we have this little metal stand that has baskets on it. I don't know what the average person would have necessarily used this for, but I saw it and immediately thought my plushies would look great in here, so that's what I keep in here. So we've got like Nala and Max and Lady and the Tramp. We've got Flower, Lumiere. Back there we have Baby Pegasus and Nana from Peter Pan, then Squirt and Bruni and Judy Hopps and Bolt. Okay, I'm shocked that I was able to remember all those just straight off the top of my head, but yeah, those are not all of my Disney plushies, but a lot of them. I think actually the only other plushies I have are going to be of Mickey and Minnie, and I have those in storage at the moment. As you can probably tell, I really like to collect specifically the Disney dogs when I am collecting plush, but this flower one is also one of my favorite plushes that I have, and I think it's actually the first Disney one that I ever got for like my own collection. So yeah, I'm actually really pleased with the way this looks. The only problem is that my cats really love to pull these off the shelf and roll around on the floor with them and like act like they're actually killing another creature, which is quite disturbing. So Lady and Max are the ones that get pulled off this shelf the most. And yeah, that's the thing that happened. All of my plushies, I keep the tags on them, and as you can see, my cats have chewed through them, so what would have been like a collectible piece has now become far less collectible, so that's unfortunate, but I still like the way it looks. Then if you come over here, we have a window, which I'm obviously not going to show you what's on the outside of that, and then over here is basically kitty corner. So we've got toys all over the floor. Fun fact, my cats are so destructive that I can't buy them cat toys. I have to buy them dog toys because they are more durable. So like these are just like crinkly dog toys, and they've got squeakers in them, and the cats love the crinkly noise, but it's just a lot more durable than like the cat toys that come with like feathers and stuff like that my cats super easily rip off and will also eat. And this is another one of my favorites for them. This is a Ruffles bag, but it's Rufus, and this also crinkles, and this was from Five Below for $5. But yeah, it's a dog toy, but my cats really enjoy it. And then they just have this little, like, scratching post tunnely thing. They don't super use it as a scratching post. They mostly like to bite it. Like, I don't know why they're so destructive like that, but they just like to bite and chew on things. They don't really use it for scratching. I've got this little Mickey blanket here. Chomper really likes to make biscuits on this. And that's a seat cushion that was going to be for my dining room table, but it didn't end up working out. So Phoebe likes to sit on that occasionally. And then here we have their cat tree, and there's my baby Chomper. He loves to sit up in this little perch and just sleep all day long. Like, he is completely knocked out right now. He doesn't probably even notice that I'm here. But I got this cat tree from Chewy. It was one of the few that was mostly black. A lot of the cat trees come in like gray and beige, and obviously a lot of my living room is black, so I wanted something that was going to match. And it was also only like $60, which I feel like anytime I've seen things like this at like PetSmart or Petco or something like that, they're like $100+. So I feel like this was a pretty good deal, and my cats absolutely love it. So like, this is money very well spent in my opinion. And oh look, a scratching post that they don't use because they use my furniture. Anyways, moving on. We have Franklin the gargoyle. He is still living there. Have you guys watched my first ever moving vlog? I think that I mentioned that I bought him to put outside, and I just can't bring myself to put him outside because I know he's going to get ruined somehow, and I just like him too much, so he's staying in the house. We also have these two little dragons. I think they were also meant to go in like a garden or something like that. Not going to happen. They're staying in the house. And then this, of course, is the main sort of feature of my living room, which is my bookshelves. Like I said, I have not finished that puzzle yet, and this blank space bugs me. I can't even tell you how much it annoys me, but I'm still working on that puzzle. It's very complicated, let me tell you. So up here we've got all of my limited edition Disney dolls. Well, not all of them, but 4 of them. The fact that she does not match the height of the other ones, trust me, it bugs me more than it bugs you. But I wanted her to be next to Lady Tremaine, so that is why they are next to each other. And behind them, actually, because they come in cases, I put their cases behind them because those are supposed to slip over the top, but when they're on, the doors like don't stay open, so you can't really see the dolls, so I just have those behind there. And these are, of course, my bookshelves. This is, for the most part, like how I wanted it to be for the long term, but I think there are still some shelves like towards the bottom where they're gonna be rearranged. Like, I just kind of threw the bottom shelves together. I don't think this is how they're going to stay. We, of course, have 2 more of my limited edition dolls of Anna and Elsa mixed in. As you can see, I've got like my mugs. I've got some of the Disney sketchbook ornaments. These are Jim Shore pieces. That's a sketchbook ornament. We've got some of my bigger pieces right here. Over here, we have my TV. And like I said, I did start putting up my Halloween decorations. So we have Vampire Mickey. Over here is Minnie Mouse. And then this is what the shelves look like over here. The clock is not staying there. I just haven't figured out where I want to hang it yet. Over here we have more books. These are books that I plan on unhauling. We've got another one of my limited edition dolls, and it's just kind of the same old stuff. We got books, we got Jim Shore, we got sketchbook ornaments, and then along the top we have an animal that my cats really love to chew on, so he stays up there because they go a little bit nutso when they play with it, and I have to really watch them. So it lives up there for the rest of the time when I can't watch them play with it. And those are my Tsum Tsums up there, which for whatever reason, my Disney store and I think even online like stopped carrying Tsum Tsums. I don't know if they just weren't very popular. People stopped buying them, but I know that they used to come out like twice a month. It was like the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday of every month or something like that, or Saturday or something like that. And I would go to the Disney store on those days and I would buy the Tsum Tsums, and then they stopped like making them. So very upset about that. I also have some of my Funko Pops out of their boxes. These are basically all of the Pops that I first ever collected, and I used to take them out of the box. And if you're wondering where I got these things. They're both from Michael's, and they're both baseball display bat stands, whatever. I'm not a sports person, but they come with a thing where you can remove the little wooden parts that hold the baseball bats, so that way it's just like a flat shelf. So yeah, they're from Michael's. I don't remember how expensive they were, but I don't think I would ever buy them again, because they're really difficult to like open, especially when it comes to things like Funko Pops that are easily, like, they easily fall over, you know? It's just not the most convenient thing in the world. But anyways, these are the rest of my Funko Pops. So since starting to be more of a serious collector, I decided to keep them in the box. I just think they look better. So these are all of the rest of my Pops, and I really like the way they look on here. I didn't think I would fill up this entire shelf so fast, but it seems that I have. So these are my favorite Pops that I have, just to give you a little up close of some of them specifically. And moving on from that is where the living room kind of falls apart. So I've got some more boxes here of things that I'm either going to put in storage, or I'm just like not really sure what to do with all these clothes and stuff like that. This still needs to be sorted, so don't look too much at it. And then this thing here is obviously a clothing rack, which is something that I wish I didn't have to put here, but it seems that I do, because a lot of my clothes can't actually go in the dryer, otherwise they will shrink. So I first thought that I would just be able to like hang them up in my bathtub, like on my shower curtain rod, but unfortunately, because the bathroom doesn't have any windows and there's not really a lot of airflow in the bathroom, especially because I have to keep it closed all day when the cats are out, because the cats get up to absolutely no good in the bathrooms. So I tried for like a good 2 weeks to just hang my clothes on the shower curtain rod, and they were not drying because they just weren't getting any airflow. So I had to buy this thing, and really the only place I had room to put it was right here, like as soon as you walk in the front door. So I don't really like it, but it's just kind of more of a practicality sort of thing. So I tried to decorate it with some magical golden keys, but yeah, it just kind of looks dumb. Over here we have my front door, and this is a little friends frame that I initially bought to put over the peephole, obviously, just like in the movie. Unfortunately, my front door comes with a doorbell, which is way too big for this frame, so I thought I would just put it over this light switch. So yeah, it looks kind of stupid, but I also kind of like it at the same time. I don't know how I totally forgot when I was showing you the couch to not show you this artwork on the wall. This is what I would call temporary artwork. My plan is to put a 1,500 piece puzzle that is like a collage of many different Disney films above my couch, but for now, because that I know is going to take me like 17 million years to finish, and I'll be like moving out the day after I frame the puzzle and put it up. So I bought this temporary artwork from At Home. They had this whole Dr. Seuss collection going on there, and I love Dr. Seuss. I also very specifically love the Lorax. So this is a quote from the Lorax that says, "Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better." It's not. And I just think this looks really nice with the rest of my living room. It does look a little bit stupid because it is very small, just on the wall above my couch, but like I said, I just wanted something on the wall until I'm able to finish that other puzzle that I plan to put up here. So yeah, just wanted to make sure I showed you that. I have no idea how I forgot to do that before. So now moving on to my dining room, which is probably one of the more like completely completed rooms of the house. I think there's like 1 or 2 more pictures I want to hang on the wall, but otherwise it's completely decorated. It's definitely one of my favorite rooms in the house because it is like Gothic themed. Every time people come over to my house, they're like, "Wow, you're decorated for Halloween." And I'm like, this is not temporary. This is like all year round kind of decor, but okay. So yeah, this is basically what my dining room table looks like. It's very small, but it fits the space perfectly in my opinion. It did come with a 4th chair, so if we ever have more than one guest over, I can always just move those things and pull the table out. But for now, I really like how it looks pushed up against the wall. The placemats are definitely way too big for the table, but they really don't make like miniature sized placemats as far as I've been able to find. If you know where I can get some, let me know. I feel like I have to have them like custom made or something like that to be like half the size of a normal placemats. And I've tried like even the circular ones which looks even worse. So yeah, that's what we have going on here in the dining room. On the table, I've got some decorations. This whole thing is from the Christmas tree shop. That I think is from Michael's ages ago. We've got some Jack Skellington salt and pepper shakers. These you can get lots of different places, Disney, Hallmark, like basically anywhere that sells Disney stuff. Even probably Hot Topic has sold these at some point. The other stack of books, again, is probably from Michael's, from just like over the years of collecting Halloween decorations. And then this candelabra is also from the Christmas tree shop. I haven't put any tea lights in it yet because it seems a little too close to the wall to light actual candles. So I was gonna get some battery operated ones, but I really want to find ones that have timers because I don't really want to keep turning them on and off. And this picture up here is from Michael's as well. This I got really on sale. They had like a whole sunflower collection. I was very tempted to buy basically everything in that collection because I love sunflowers. It was made to look worn, which I think just goes with my like Gothic Victorian kind of theme. Then in this closet here is where I keep all of my seasonal decorations, so like all of my Christmas decorations are in there. And then I have a couple of floating shelves. These were a real pain in the butt to put up, and as you can see, the wall is very easily scratched, so that's just something I'm gonna have to live with. But the floating shelves themselves are from Target, I'm pretty sure, and these are some decorations also from the Christmas tree shop. We've got some Nightmare Before Christmas Jim Shore, and then this is an actual vintage, I guess, photograph of a coffin in which there is a person inside the coffin. You can just about make out their nose sticking out the top and like the top of their very fluffy hair. And it may also be my great-great-grandmother. Anyways, moving on. Above the door to my hallway, we have this Lost Boys hideout sign. It's made to look like a fake wooden plank. This is from Box Lunch. I absolutely love it. I have a second one of these in my bedroom, but it says it's from Wonderland. So I really love the way that these look. And then this tension rod going across is something that I bought to hold Christmas ornaments, but I also think I'm going to put Halloween ornaments on there just to kind of decorate the doorway, because the point was my grandma had all of these Christmas decorations and they don't really go with like my Christmas tree and the decorations that I've collected over the years, but I still wanted to somehow find a way to put them up, and I thought putting them in the doorways would be a cute thing to do. So I bought those tension rods, and I do plan on putting some Halloween ornaments or decorations on there for the season. And then over here, which is right outside my kitchen doorway, I have my calendar. This is a 2022 Thomas Kincaid Disney calendar. Obviously it's not 2022 yet, but I thought I would just open it to the last 4 months of the year. On the other side of my kitchen doorway, which this leads back into the living room just to kind of orientate you around my apartment, I have this sign from TJ Maxx which says "A witch lives here with her little monsters." I thought this was very fitting for me and my cats. And then down here I have this little half a table. I've got this big old pumpkin face. This is actually my mom's, but she let me put it out here because she didn't really have space for it in her room, and I thought it just looked perfect here. It's got a candle inside. It's on a timer, so that'll turn on in a couple of hours. And then I have this spooky pumpkin right here, which is from At Home. And the table itself is from Christmas Tree Shop, in case you're curious. I have a couple of Disney pictures. This is a Ratatouille cookie jar. I keep some of my K-cups in there for my coffee. And these are definitely just like temporarily here. This is something I bought the other day from Box Lunch. It was like a blind bag kind of thing. And then this is the medal from Star Wars. This is technically a keepsake ornament from Hallmark. I think it looks super cool, so I want to find just the right place to hang this up somewhere in my apartment because I just want to display it all the time because I think it looks fabulous. And then in the corner here next to my table, I have this little corner bookshelf. So up on the top we have my second Halloween tree. This one just kind of looks like a spooky dead looking tree. I really like it. So there is a lot happening on this shelf. So if you have any questions about where any of this stuff is from, let me know in the comments and I will let you know. But otherwise, we would be here for so many hours if I went through every single one of these pieces and where I got it and why it's there and so on and so forth. But these are some of my favorite pieces. I love gothic looking decorations, and I love The Night Before Christmas. That's where a lot of these things are displayed. So I'm really pleased with how this shelf looks, and just like this whole room in general. It's one of my favorite rooms in the house. So then I suppose we will just move into the hallway. So this is what my hallway looks like. It's very old school. You can tell with the doors that this apartment building was definitely like built in the 70s, maybe late 60s, which isn't my favorite, but that's okay. So on the floor here, we'll start with my hallway runner that does not run the length of my hallway, because apparently I do not know how to read dimensions. So I thought it would be like a full hallway runner, you know, as they're supposed to be. Turns out it's for a Hobbit-sized house. I don't know, but I would have returned it, except that as soon as I put it out, Chomper like ran over and laid down on it, and he was just loving it. And like sometimes when we can't find him around the house, we'll look down this hallway and he'll just be laying on this rug. So I feel like it's his now, and it would be rude of me to return it. So we're keeping it here, even though it looks really stupid. And then as soon as you walk into the hallway, you're met with this gold frame that has some clothespins hanging off of it. So this is where I have a mixture of family photos and then also celebrities that I find attractive. So we have like me and my cousin as babies. We've got me and my grandpa and his dog when I was a little kid. This is me and my mom when I was a baby. This is me and Coco. That's my first little puppy. I was probably like 7 years old when this picture was taken. Then we just have some, you know, Orlando Bloom as Legolas, because why not? This is Tom Hiddleston in Crimson Peak, which is my favorite Tom Hiddleston movie. This is my favorite picture of him, and he earned a place in this little golden board. So that's what's going on here. Does it make sense? No. But do I love it? Yes. And that's what matters. Over here, this is my bedroom door, and this is where I keep my jewelry armoire, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. It is just absolutely chock full of jewelry. Not very organized, so I won't show you the inside. Okay, maybe I will. You've convinced me. This is what the inside of it looks like. So I've got a lot of earrings, a lot of rings, a lot of necklaces. See, they're all kind of like caught on each other. This is more bracelets. And what in the world happened to all my bracelets in there? I swear that didn't look like that before. That's a little concerning. Okay, but this is what my jewelry looks like. So there's a little sneaky peek in there. And then I've just got some Halloween jellies up there. And moving down the hallway, this is the only wall that doesn't have anything on it. Like I showed you in the living room, my temporary artwork. Once I get my permanent artwork, I think the temporary ones will go here in this blank space, but for now it's just going to remain empty. This here leads to the master bedroom, bathroom, and closet, which is where my mom basically lives. So she is obsessed with cats, so of course it says home is where my cat is on her door. I know you guys have asked for like a full apartment tour once I'm done and stuff like that, which I do plan on doing, but like at no point during any of these videos, including like a full apartment tour, will I ever go past this point of the apartment, because like that's her space. The rest of the apartment is my space. So I don't think she wants her privacy invaded like that. So we can appreciate her sign on the door, but that's all. Over here, I've got these 3 mirrors, which are from the Backstage Macy's, whatever that thing is called. It's like full of discounted stuff. These were $10 for all 3. If you look from a distance, I think they look pretty nice, which is why I bought them and I hung them right here. If you look up close, you can definitely tell that they are like super cheap, like plasticky kind of stuff. And even if you look in the mirror, it kind of looks like looking in a carnival mirror, because they're a little bit warped, you know? So yeah, that is what these look like. I can't say that I would recommend them because they just look very cheap. Next to that, we have the door to my bathroom. It's a little bit messy in there, and I feel like you guys basically saw everything that you would want to see of the bathroom in my first moving vlog, so I don't think we're going to venture into the bathroom again until like a completed apartment tour. And then this right here is definitely my favorite part of the hallway. It's this little collage I put up of Disney pictures. So we've got like 101 Dalmatians, The Rescuers, Alice in Wonderland, Fantasia, Mickey, Lady and the Tramp, and Pirates of the Caribbean. These 3 pictures are obviously Thomas Kinkade, and I actually cut these out of the Thomas Kinkade Disney calendar from I think 2017. I always hold on to those calendars because you never know when you want to just make yourself a little Disney picture. And then one of the things I love about the Thomas Kinkade Disney art pieces is that a lot of times there are like these little hidden characters that are from other movies than what the piece is focused on, so you can kind of almost do like a little search and find with it. So for example, there are at least 2 characters in here that are not from Lady and the Tramp. So like if you zoom really close in up on that window, you can see Lumiere, and then down on this little box is Figaro, even though the picture is from Lady and the Tramp. And I don't know why, I just love that so much, so I wanted to point it out to you. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with this portion of the hallway, and I would definitely love to just like keep adding more and more pictures to this part of the wall. So now I suppose we can venture into my bedroom now that I have basically showed you all of the other parts of the house that you needed to be updated on. As you can see, I started to overheat a little bit. This took a lot longer than I anticipated, so I thought I would throw my hair up. But now we can venture into my bedroom. So right through here, this is what my bedroom looks like when you first walk in. So I guess we'll just start over on this side of the room and just work ourselves around. So right here we have this picture from Hobby Lobby. It is of a Scottish Highland cow, which is my favorite type of cow. I could just watch videos of them on Instagram all day. I think they're absolutely adorable. So I knew I wanted a picture of one of these cows in my room, and I wanted a lot of the accent colors in my room to be different shades of green. So I thought this one just fit perfectly, and I absolutely loved it. So again, that one is from Hobby Lobby. Then over here we have my desk, which is partially a desk, partially I've kind of turned it into a bit of a vanity. So we have my office chair, which unfortunately came a little bit ripped, but again, it took ages to ship because of all of these like shipping delays and stuff like that. So I couldn't be bothered to like send it back or have them replace it or anything like that. The desk itself is from TJ Maxx. I have some earrings on here. I just have like earrings all over the place, clearly, because I just like take them off when I get home. This is my stack of a series of Fortune event books. I just thought it looked perfect right here. I put it there just by accident. Like I was putting the books on here to then put onto my bookshelves in my bedroom, and then these just ended up staying, and I put my little lamp on top of it, which is actually, it was $10 at Target, and it gives off very good light for this like space when I'm doing my makeup in the morning and stuff like that. So I just love the way that this looks. I have a little dragon snow globe from At Home from a couple years back. This little pencil holder was from TJ Maxx. The mirror is from Hobby Lobby again, and then there is my Wonderland sign, which is like the same style as the Lost Boys hideout one. I also have some organization things over here. Both of these things are matching. They're from At Home, and this just holds some of my like journals. This is like the 1 line a day journal and my Thomas Kinkade planner. I've got some pumpkins here because of course it is the festive season, so I must decorate. I have, this is a keepsake ornament from Hallmark from quite a few years back. It is Cinderella, and it actually plays, so this is love. It has a button on the bottom. And then this is just a little candle holder from Bath & Body Works. One of my friends got it for me for my birthday, so occasionally, not this close to the wall, I will pull it out a little bit, but occasionally I'll just light one of these little woodwick candles while I'm like doing my makeup and stuff like that. Moving on, we have my bed. So both of the matching nightstands are from Target. They both have a drawer and then a little shelf where I like to eventually put like a little stack of books. Again, I think it would be super convenient to have like the books that I'm currently reading like next to my bed if I want to read at night and stuff like that. This is a little bit messier than what I would like it to be, but I just have like this little Jim Shore piece of, it's one of the like, I don't remember what exactly the thing was called, but they're all like very like cream tones like and whites and stuff like that, and they made like all of the Disney princesses in this particular style. So this is Jasmine and Raja. I feel like you never really see Raja very often in Disney merchandise. So as soon as I saw this, I had to buy it. I have this little raccoon trinket dish. This was my grandmother's, and I just have a little chapstick in here, bookmarks, some room spray, just like a couple of random things. And then down here, it's very much not going to stay this way. I just have like a little trinket book box that came in a owl crate a couple years ago, and I didn't know where else to put it, so somehow it ended up there. This is obviously my bed. I got the bed sheets from Boscov's, and this is from, I think this was also from Boscov's. Honestly, I can't remember, but I absolutely love this sheet that goes on top. I was editing some videos, so there's just a lot of stuff happening right here, but I just love the way that my bed looks, except for that white pillowcase. I really need to buy another pillowcase that like matches the maroon ones, but don't pay attention to that for now. We, of course, have one of Thumper's sisters, I'm pretty sure. Is this his sister or like one of his girlfriends? I really can't. One of them. How many did he have? Jeez. I can't honestly remember, but I think she looks perfect right here on the bed. And again, if you have like any specific questions about things that I don't mention where they're from, just let me know in the comments and I'll let you know. I have another one of these Dr. Seuss pieces from At Home. So this is the exact same quote. Like I said, I love the Lorax, so I don't mind having this quote in my house multiple times over. On this side of the bed, I have a floor lamp. This is from the Christmas tree shop. Down here, I just have a little stack of books that I didn't really know what to do with and a little Stitch mug on top. Then we have some more pumpkins, because again, you guys know I love to be festive in my house. And then we've got little Todd and Copper. This is another Jim Shore piece. And then this is my little Disney page-a-day calendar that I clearly have not changed since September 2nd, so I should probably catch up on that. So moving on to the other side of my bedroom, we have all of my bookshelves over on this wall. I have another one of these Dr. Seuss quote pieces, which says, "You're off and away, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose." I feel like a lot of people probably think that this is quite childish, but I just love Dr. Seuss, so as soon as I saw these, I had to buy them because I just thought they would look perfectly in my bedroom. And then, like I said, again, this is my bookcases. There's a lot of stuff happening on here, so if you have any specific questions about where something is from, just let me know in the comments. This shelf here is strictly all of my journals. So these are all of my Disney journals, and then these ones down here are just like all of my non-Disney journals, I guess. And then I've got some like bigger and taller ones down there. Up here, we just have some of my excess jewelry as well as my deodorant. That's fun. We have some mushroom salt and pepper shakers. I initially wanted my room to kind of be themed like woodland kind of feel, so I thought the mushrooms went nicely with it. I've got a little bracelet stand here. This is another Jim Shore piece, one of my only non-Disney Jim Shore pieces. In fact, this was one of the first Jim Shores I ever got. I think my mom bought it for me for Christmas. I have this little Peter Rabbit first tooth box. I'm not going to open it just in case there's somebody watching this that really doesn't like teeth, but this actually has quite a few of Chomper's teeth in it. In all of my years of owning cats, and also my mom's, like she's owned cats her whole life, she has never found like one of her cat's baby teeth, but I have found so many of Chomper's. Like he just was spitting them out like on the couch, so I collected them and I put them in a little box. I know some people are gonna find that creepy, but hey ho. So up here I have this little pin board, which obviously has all of my Disney pins as well as some other random pins that are non-Disney. And then down here I have a lot of my Disney keychains. I think there's still some that are missing that are maybe like at my whole old house or like in a box somewhere. I don't really know, but I feel like I had a lot more keychains than just these ones. But I love the way that this looks. I've always wanted one of these pin boards for my pins, so I'm really pleased with how this looks. And then this is the final bookshelf, so I just have some of my dolls up there. And then these are the rest of the shelves. So just like the living room, it's a mixture of like some sketchbook ornaments, just some random decorations. A lot of them are Disney themed. And then we've got little mug down there as well. In these little boxes, I just have things like, these are all of the cards that anybody ever gives me. I always save those cards and I put them in there. That is full of stickers that I use for journaling. This is full of like scrap paper that I use for journaling, so on and so forth. Like those boxes have the pin backs in them, and this box has like some of the Disney pins come with quite fancy like the cardboard backing, so I hold on to those and I put them in there as well. And that's basically my bedroom. This is my closet. I've got some bathrobes hanging off of it, and that more or less completes the tour of my bedroom. So that was a much longer and more in-depth tour than what I was initially going for, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. They are mowing the lawn outside, so you're definitely going to be able to hear that, so I'm sorry about that background noise. But yeah, that was a lot longer, and just I probably talked way too much than I should have. So at this point, this video is definitely going to be over an hour long, so hopefully people will actually watch through the whole thing. But now I'm going to insert some footage that I took of when I decorated my Halloween tree. I thought some of you guys might want to see that. I was watching The Nightmare Before Christmas, so I just filmed like a little montage video of it. So I'm going to insert that here, and then I think we're going to end this video because it definitely has gotten way too long. I hope you guys liked watching that festive footage of me decorating my Halloween tree, but like I said, this brings us to the end of this moving vlog, which I think might be the final one because at this point I'm basically fully moved in. So I think the next video that I will do about my apartment is going to be like a full apartment tour, so you guys can look forward to that. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!